Two, one, go.
Whoa.
Oh, hi everyone. Kind of I'm sure Mike's gonna, blow me away with everything he's seen. The market's kind of calm, awaiting the BOJ,
I
because
agree. We look at
okay,
things differently, Coach. First interruptions. Go ahead.
okay, no, that's fine. So, kind of like they're they're waiting.
Yeah, they are. I'm playing defense, not offense now.
Okay, all right.
Not that
I'm
that
just
not that
gonna
that's the
post
way.
it.
Not that that's the game plan. It's why I'm doing it. It's not that way looking in the financials, though. That's for sure. But we digress.
Yeah. Anyway, so we could talk about what's it. I wanted to start here though, Mike. If Okay. All right, so I had to turn the volume off on that. I wanted to ask you if they're still going for the TLT calls, Mike.
No, they're not.
All right, because I tell you what, man, that was not an impressive bounce,
Good.
especially with how oversold it was, huge net short positions. There was some divergence here. We're going for new lows here in the bonds. Can the market handle that if we make new lows in treasuries? Um, I think there was hope that maybe it was behind it. But anyway, I don't like them. I think they're going to challenge a low. The only bullish scenario I could come up with is if it digs in its heels before it makes a new low and reverses up. But
Feels
I
that
don't
way.
know.
Not
Yeah.
gonna lie. It
Yeah.
does.
Anyway, so that only one other thing I just want to explain to people why I've avoided being long silver. And I'm still looking for this line to be tagged. And it all has to do with learning. So I started following the gold silver ratio. I don't know, maybe about 5 years ago. I didn't before, but it gave me a tell. And when this looks bullish to me, it's not the time for me to be long silver. It's time to be long gold. Okay, so we're blowing off now here in the gold silver ratio, which I think is going to tie in with silver getting down towards this 28 level, maybe 27. So this is where,
Huh.
I'm going to try it again down here. And miners. And also, with silver down 60 cents today, um, they're not killing the miners.
Don't
It's
stocks
like,
lead the commodities?
yeah, that's what I'm looking for is days like this where you have a real sharp sell off in silver, and 60 cents is a pretty good down day.
Yeah, it is.
All right, that you'd have that they'd start to dig in their heels. I mean, look, this one's even higher on the day.
I agree. I agree.
This one right here is, only down a penny. Um, SILJ, uh, maybe, maybe we'll get one more low to like 9.5, but they're starting to act better as a point. Okay, so silver could go to 27, and I don't know how much cheaper these will get. I think it could be the last bus stop for miners. So, I mean, GDX was a great call, but now we're going to correct in GDX. We're starting here.
Mhm.
And what's GDX going to do? Is it going to put in a higher low, or are we going to tag this line one more time? If it does, you back up the truck on GDX related shares. And that's it. So I know I'm missing everything. Tell me what I am missing in market action today. Um, or we could do? Let's bring all our listeners through Stargate today. Remember the TV show Stargate?
No, that might have been before my time, Coach.
Okay, well, now it's in your future. That's what Altman and all those guys at the White
The
House
only
said.
thing in my future right now is averaging down on silver because I'm in it, and I'm going to tell you why and why I was wrong, and how to read options recently.
Silver, or what? What's the
APQ
instrument?
silver,
Oh
call it
yeah,
whatever you want. I went for the
uh,
triple ATF naturally because that's the way I trade.
yeah.
As MOS and the ags are taking out these new highs from the other day after the downgrades. I
Well,
digress.
All right. Well, we talked ads Tuesday.
They didn't back up the calls, coach, but they backed up the technicals, and it seems to be working at this time of the market. If
Yeah.
I'll go to my screen in a second, but I'll tell
All
you
right.
why I was wrong. And listen, you can go to yesterday's Power Hour, and you can watch my dissertation or about silver and about the sweeps that have been taking in SLV. Can I have the screen, please,
Oh,
Dale?
yeah. Uh-huh.
I know traders call you coach, but I need the screen. Okay.
Okay.
Are you done, coach? Because you lead by
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
SLV taking calls for the past couple of days. Let's look at my chart, same chart, okay? Now, I'm looking at the volume. I'm looking at the triple, the triple, the triple. It felt like a compressed beach ball, if you will.
It's really not down that hard considering silver is down a lot. I mean,
Well,
how
I
much is
happen
it
to
down
take,
on the day?
I took AGQ. Like I said, I went to the triple ETF. So, like I said, it had the volume yesterday in a reversal, finished of the high, had that proverbial shakeout with the lower moving averages, the more shorter term moving averages, then retook that 200-day
And
coach.
then gaps lower.
And then, hold on. Now I'm saying to myself, and that now coach taking calls. Now I'm trying to figure in a minute. Uh, Not taking any calls today, by the way, negative. And maybe these calls have to unwind that we're wrong. But these calls is let me say a couple of things now, which I know you're going to ask if I may step. When were they going for the calls? And that was your question yesterday, which I got back to and says they were going to March and April. All right, what I want to
Okay.
make
That's
the
conviction.
hold on, I got you. Okay. So then I'm saying, and you know what? It's more of my this is what I was saying to the room. If I'm going to stick to what works and what got me here, if you will, I had to do it. Price range action calls. All right, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But in this particular situation, when I was thinking about this more, is someone was no other. They were taking no other entities. Not one silver stock showed up. Not even a
Yeah.
wise guy sweep. It was just that entity. So that told me that somebody's might be, right sooner than, right maybe later than sooner. Maybe somebody wanted to play something into an economic number, which was today, which might have exacerbated the move. I'm up the that's your opinion, which you gave, and by the way, probably better than what I could ever come up with. So what they're saying is when I was thinking about this, and I said it on air at 3 o'clock. I had to do it. Not a big deal. Next, but now I got to work around it now. uh, it's not my type of trade. It's for smart people like yourself. Silver. It's being facetious, but you know what I mean. It's not as easy as getting out of a couple of uranium stocks. It all happen to be going together as a group, and I can work out of one or two. I digress. So
Well, you know what, Mike? If you stopped dyeing your hair, you'd have silver hair like me. You'd trade silver
I
better.
don't dye my hair. Nope.
Oh,
I don't dye
just,
yet. Don't tell me. I'm not
oh
saying
no,
that I
that's
wouldn't. Hold on. I'm not saying that I wouldn't, but I don't dye it. I'm hoping for a silver pepper type of thing, but I don't know. I don't.
okay. Oh, I had that in high school.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you even dye that hair. That's
Yeah,
possible.
I'm telling you, it's my
You,
silver crown.
okay, touche. So,
All right.
Coach, I mean, you said where silver was going. Now, I don't want to hold this over again overnight because then we're getting into a Friday. Tomorrow being Friday, then geopolitical things come in. Then you talk about tariffs. Whether it would positive and negatively affect silver at this point, I don't know. But it seems when things are going like this, I don't know. So I'm going to try to get out of some. I'm not going to
Yeah,
get.
because it's not like the dollar is real strong. It's holding today, but I'm still looking to sell into any dollar rallies that are offered. So I think the dollar's top, which should be bullish for um, metals, precious
But
metals.
coach, I understand that. But let's be honest, what got us here again, to be redundant, is price action over opinion. I get it too.
It's that gold silver ratio, man. I'm
No,
telling
I'm
you, it's
not
kept
dismissing
me.
that.
Yeah, it's kept me out of a lot of trouble. It's like euro pound is to me in the currency complex. Gold silver ratio is to me as a PM trader.
No, I
So
appreciate that.
yeah,
And Mick, by the way, is still always on fire, it seems. And that's a cup and handle on silver. I get it, Mick. Thank you. And he's starting to use our term, fact. I like that. All right, a couple of back row plays, coach. Okay.
3M still running.
How about this one? Uh, what else am I looking? You ever hear of General Electric that about a year ago they couldn't even
Yeah, they
muster
were
up?
going to go. Yeah. Who came in and changed it?
I think you know what happened? I think they pulled like a Tyco. I think they spun off
Uh-huh.
every other division. They spun off this
Wow.
GE Healthcare, which, but look at
Yeah.
this thing. Holy smokes. This might go on the list.
Yeah, that looks like it's breaking out.
All right, so coach, no, I understand where the Mags are doing and Apple, okay, Apple held the 200 day. Thank you,
I
Rob.
think Apple's going to rally back to 240.
I
So
appreciate
that should help the market continue its blow off, wouldn't you think? Now, the other day you said something. I said that would probably be real bullish the market if the weak sister finally recovered. You said you thought it'd be bearish.
I did. Well, hold
Why?
on a second. Hasn't the market been making new highs with Apple doing the opposite?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Okay.
So
So
listen, hold on a second. I know I'm going against the green. Don't I'm
no,
not
I
buying.
don't. I don't know.
Well, then why
That
are you
shows a
buying them?
strength, huh?
Why do you think it's going to 240 then?
Just technicals, and that the
Okay.
market
So you think
and
that
that
they
the
could still
market.
go to 240 with the market, and I know you think the market's toppy. So that's where your play
Oh,
is?
no, the market can. I'm just doing like some individual names and buying a lot of time. Like I went into Nvidia puts yesterday.
Okay, nice.
It was a nice retracement. I could be early and they could blow through that double top to give
Sure.
me a three. But I put some on. We'll see. So I know the semis have had a breakout. There's probably better things to do, but I still think that you know
It was
this.
the last.
I still think that there's an important top developing in AI and these chips. So, you know,
Why?
because I don't think the corporate spend's going to be as much
Okay.
this year. I think that there's already been a huge corporate spend, and yesterday's rally was about that project, Stargate. Okay, where the government's going to put 500 billion into some AI project. Um, and they had Altman there, and who
It
else
was
did they?
wild to watch.
They had the guy from Oracle, Ellison was there, and someone else. And I guess Elon wasn't happy about that idea, so they had their first public fight. Anyway, we fight, and we're still friends. So Musk and Trump can fight and still work together. Sometimes you have disagreements. Anyway, so what are you doing?
Okay.
I'm gonna wait for this silver buy
All right, let's go.
and
Let me get to the screen here. I got a lot to do.
all right, go ahead.
Okay. Bought in the room today.
Wrap it.
Here
Wrap
it
it.
is.
Okay.
Okay. What's looking good today? Cold in the room.
What's that?
Bristol Myers. A minute early. Right through a gap. Proper. Channel. Volume. Range.
Yeah,
High of the day. Acting well. It's not
looks
that I'm up
good.
in it.
Looks
Okay.
good.
Started buying a Bristol Myers. All right. There's always something to
Oh,
do.
what was that? A short-term share? Yeah.
No, for you, a short-term chart is, I don't have, I'm trying to still get a 4 hour chart.
Okay. So these are all dailies that you're showing?
Yes, sir.
All
Urban
right.
Outfitters continuing going higher. We bought Skechers today. They make
I
shoes.
don't like that Urban Outfitters.
No problem.
Just saying.
Fair enough.
Careful.
No, I'm not in it. I'm saying
Okay.
the sector. When I
Oh,
brought up
okay.
Urban, it's a retailer, Skechers retailer. Uh,
I see. Okay.
yeah, I
Retail's
was just
doing
thinking
good.
retail.
Okay.
ALK, best of breed airline. Been the whole time. I beg anybody to look at all our 4,000 videos and say I didn't say it. I'm not in it. But just like the AGQ trade, this was pure. ALK reported earnings. It pulled back a little bit. American Airlines had earnings. Okay, that was okay. So let these type of things settle out, just like GM and Ford's coach, they can bifurcate. Was it any surprise that UAL pulled back a little bit from 115? I would never be short that one, but they're starting to still take up the big ones, coach. VST, best of breeds, GEV. These stocks that power AI. These are all these energy power stocks. They're
What, they battery makers?
no, they make
Natural gas?
No,
Or they build the
they cool the
centers?
systems for AI. They're cooling everything down.
Okay. Turbines. They make turbines too.
Correct.
Okay.
How about this one? We've been uh,
What what is it?
uranium, nuclear energy, new
Yeah.
highs, SMR,
I just
same
heard
group.
Mr. Wonderful on CNBC, and he was talking about, he's
Aqua
trying.
uranium, Kramer's Big Short, new highs.
Yeah, yeah. Mr.
TEM
Wonderful
and
was trying to
AI.
knock it too.
Which one?
So, uranium, he says it's 40 years away. To power these AI centers, it's got to be natural gas. It's not going to be done with nuclear power.
Hold on, coach. The reason why IONQ went back to 26 because Jensen of NVIDIA said we're 30, 15, not 15, to 30 years away. 30,
Yeah,
you know, with 30 years? You know
yeah.
what can happen in 30 years?
It won't matter.
You won't be around?
I hope not.
Yeah, to a degree, I understand what you're saying. And this is not a morbid show, pretty positive. But I get what you're saying. I actually get whatever existential
Yeah,
meaning of
yeah.
wherever we come from, I get it. All right. So let's still taking up uraniums of this other one of this topic.
This looks like a failing rally to me, Mike. We had that, the statement that took them down. They're trying to recover. So far, it looks like, retracement, maybe 61.8. A down, B up. That's not through going down. You're wrong, of course, over 53. But I wouldn't be buying these here. Just my view. Just
No,
the way
no,
I see it.
no, I'm not saying I would either.
Failing rally. Oils.
BE, bought that this morning, said it in the room, begged everybody to buy it. There are my buys on BE Energy. It's another one. Had a big day yesterday. It's just resting. LTBR again. Here's my board. Hood. Again, there's the chart on Hood. Certain sectors. Procter and Gamble, I saw a punch up. Oh, big deal. What else am I looking at? Another one. Net came in along this one. One of the best of breed cybersecurity. I don't have enough of it, and you know what? I'm not the guy that has 20,000 here trying to write up. Maybe I'm hypocritical to it as a Skechers breaks high
Do you know
because
if all right, go ahead. I just
yeah,
have
I
one
want to hear
thing.
what you're saying. Probably more
I'm
important than
I'm
what I'm.
just wondering if with yesterday's action and today, if breadth is confirming the new high in the S&P. Do you know
I don't
that?
know.
Do you
You
have an
have
AD
you.
line? Advanced decline line?
I don't follow the advanced decline line.
Okay. A lot yeah.
I'm not saying I
Does
should.
it yeah. Okay, just curious. I wonder what's wrong with Freeport.
Had earnings tonight.
Okay.
And you know what? Where is it? Hold on. Here's my screen. Where are my charts? Hold on. I'll get my charts.
Yeah, Mike,
What?
the bonds are the problem
Can't
for
agree more.
for everything.
I'm sick of
Eventually,
I'm
uh,
sick of
uh,
saying it.
what, that they're a problem?
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with what you said when you started with TLT, coach. I heard. I agree with it. Doesn't mean I have to. I mean, I actually agree
No,
with
I
you.
mean it could still rally, but I mean,
VSAT.
just
Lewis was on this one.
oh yeah, I got
Cipher. Riot breaking out. There's Riot. Iron
yeah,
is the one I'm long. If you saw the screen,
yeah.
love it.
Bitcoin
Oh,
never, yeah, nice. Okay, so I knew I missed about 50 trades before I gave you the screen.
Planeteer. BRT in the video. Anyway, coach, BE. NNE is the one. It's nuclear. That's the theme of the day. It's NNE. Aklo. Hold on. And anything, you can go to the weekly. I don't even think it goes at that. Anything nuclear, coach. All new highs, algos. I'm not saying this could be, listen, this is a speculative sector too. I'm not saying all the consumer staples like Procter, Colgate are breaking high, which be, breaking out like these, which be more mind blowing than even this thing. I get the speculation. Is it the healthiest thing? I get it. No, they could very easily pull the rug right here. Microsoft.
Well, let me ask, what would you call um Fartcoin with 2 billion in market cap and no function at all?
I'll tell you what it is. When everybody makes or loses money in it, they'll rotate and go back into the stuff that we play. That's all. There's going to be I understand there's probably three negative stories to every winning story in a fart coin or hawk to a coin
They
or a
may not
Melania
come
coin.
back. They may not come back to legacy markets.
You
So
know what? I'm going
they
to tell
won't
you
have
something.
money left.
I can't. I'll tell a personal anecdote another time we have more time. But I agree with that. I agree with that. And
All
not
right,
because
so
that's because of what I hear, not what I think.
yeah. Okay. Well, good seeing the trading action. Sweeps of note today? Any?
I'll go, coach. Hold on. Let me look. Uranium. I'm not in it. Bristol Myers. You never have enough. Dollar Tree. I don't want to sell it. Las Vegas Sands. Lunar. Buy more. Hold on. I'll show you in a second. Here I go. I'm logging in. Hold on. Wife's going away. I might not be in tomorrow because my stepson is going away to college.
Oh,
And he's starting like the middle of the year, a new one. So I got to go to the bank and take like out 2,000-3,000 and walk through it and hand the RA 500, take care of the kid. You know what I mean? Everybody gets 500, take care. So like the restaurant, I take out 8 kids, could cost me 500.
yeah.
So here we go. And what was the last one I said? Iron, Apple, January, but iron,
Oh, they are
sweeps.
buying Apple calls in Jan. All right.
Yeah, they're buying. You know what they're buying too? They're buying the riots of the world. They're buying
Yeah,
CLSK,
crypto.
Aklo, August. No one cares that they're chasing it. They're going to somebody went for 250,000 August call, swept it. Somebody went in for 250,000 Aklo and says, I don't care. In August, it's going to be higher. That's what it's saying. I'm not saying it's right. That's a freaking big trade. Here's another one. Guy said the same thing. Right. Premium, 724. This guy
Yeah.
somebody just put a
That's a
million.
wise guy. That's a wise guy, not an option sweep.
Well, it didn't say wise guy, did it?
Okay, so
When
it's
they
a
say
sweep.
wise guy, they say wise guy.
Okay,
There are
didn't know
three
that.
types of call, coach. I thought about this too because I knew you were going to invent. I have to clear this up as well. There are uh, wise guy, there are sweepers, and just normal out of the money calls. Sweepers is somebody that wants to get in. It could be weekly. It could be these Oclo calls. I mean, somebody could have swept Oclo here if they wanted to, but they were a little bit more selective, and I don't blame them with putting a million out. But wise guys do. Wise guys are just people that maybe don't have, don't want to chase Oclo $35 and can afford to buy a $2.50 put call instead of putting capital instead of Oclo.
Yeah, got it.
All
Good
right, go to
tutorial.
VRT, best breaking out, best to breed. Is HUT, miners, Bitcoin miners, Riot, Chewy, get it. Yeah, let's look at all of them. Where's my screen here? I just dropped a lot. What happened here? Let me go to new screen. I have to get my charts. I apologize. Let's look at the aforementioned stocks that they're talking about now that I have my screen here. Okay, they're going into Riot. They're going into CLSK. Not interested. They're going into VRT. Yeah, I get it. They're going to the VRT. That's it, Coach.
Yeah,
Aklo. Aklo. I mean, Coach, listen. Maybe
milk,
this,
milk, milk the melt up.
well, hold on a second. Maybe this is the proverbial top going into the Friday. Into the Friday. Well, they are going into August or out a lot, but maybe they top into tomorrow's Friday weeklies and they expire. It's certainly, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like everything, the tincture of time. And just be flexible. Don't get stubborn about anything. Okay. You could always re-enter. So hold on to your equity.
As you can see, yeah.
One in doubt out.
Well, here's another one, Coach, and I don't know what this says. Again, I'm having trouble. I apologize, everyone. Rookie hour, rookie time. Here, let's look at again with this. There you go. I even hear the financials are apparently the ones that trade closest to book value because they're so heavily scrutinized. Are financial. Even I hear these things are over book value, trading a little bit over where they could book,
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's over,
Yeah.
but this to me is what I am more. Now, listen, they seem like a new cycle, a cyclical cycle, multi-year, whatever you want to call it. But the book value and the smart people, and I'm not being selective. I'm not in them. The only one I'm in is everybody who knows SYF. Giddy up. But apparently, these things are getting a little lofty with book value. So I don't know if that's speculative, if that's ripe for a pullback in the financials, the market. The VIX should be popping because of this. I'm not sure, but
Not till they start selling off.
no, absolutely. But
Yeah.
I'm
But I think you're a veteran to be onto something. They've been invincible. They were invincible in December during that bear raid. Although some of them don't look as great. B of A is not making new highs. KRE, which is, the mid caps with the long duration book. So I think maybe B of A um, looks like it wants to, you know, go to new highs, but they have problems with their duration book with all the long bonds that they have lost a lot of money on. So
well. Let me ask
a
you
lot of
something.
banks are that, huh?
Warren's sitting on Mr. Buffett, or Warren is sitting on record amount of cash. He punted on Bank of America.
And he punted on Apple, and now he doesn't look so dumb,
It's
does he?
just tell you, big one. What's the difference? I mean, what do you? I
Yeah.
put more credence. Do you put more credence that he sold BAC at the bottom, 20% ago on a bank, or that he sold Apple? I'm not judging, but I'm saying even he was way. That's way off, coach, for financial. You know what I mean? So
Oh, you mean when he got out of
yeah,
B of A? When did he do it?
started right here, 39.
Oh, oh, okay. That was a day. They gapped on it. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he
He's in
doesn't
coke.
care. He's
He
like
looks
one of
that.
those guys when he's not price sensitive. He's, you know, when the case isn't there for him anymore, he's not like us. He's not looking at charts. He has people to do that, I'm sure. But when he wants out, he just gets out. And you know what? In the long run, it's probably smart.
It is because if you want your positions to work always, you don't even watch them. And I
Yeah,
get it,
yeah.
especially
So
earning quality. Now,
that look,
now
yeah,
I
that
don't
looks
think he's
pretty good.
watching Lunar. I'm an 8,000 Lunar. I'm watching every 20. No, I'm only kidding. But
Yeah.
all right, coach, you know what it is? It's a Thursday. Thank you. I mean, uh, we can go to MAGs, the MAG stocks. I don't even I don't know. But Google was taking is Google. I'm telling you, that's one step away from it's coach I don't care what the chart is. It's one step away from being up 10% as opposed to being down 3 to 5%. How are you going to play that edge is irrelevant. That's what it says to me. Technicals, calls, market conditions. Once some specs come out of the other things, right back to Google, the real AI and quantum play. You want to play quantum computing? That's the play.
Yeah, they have the chip.
That's the play.
I know. I got
I
chips.
understand it might be a bubble. I'm not fighting it. I get it. More times than not, I've been around through a lot of bubbles. I mean, I've been trading for almost 30 years. I get it, but that's what they're going to run into, coach.
I think you and your wife should put on a rerun of Lawrence Welk and dance together as they're blowing bubbles on the stage tonight.
I understand what you're saying, coach.
All right. So money comes, money goes, time is gone forever. Make it count. Find a community where you could improve. Um, be open to learning and don't be lazy. That's my advice. So that you could end up being, older and tough and you have your callus when you get to my stage. Okay, so
Coach
good.
as we're tight, but I mean, nobody, a lot of people could read between the lines, but the subliminal message that you sent me about that, I appreciate. I know what you're saying.
All right, buddy. So Mike and I will be back tomorrow. If you didn't see the interview that was done yesterday, it was a pretty good one. Plus, um, he has a nice deal, and I don't know if you follow him or not. Do you, Tommy Thornton?
I don't, but I watched it.
Okay,
I did
so
watch it.
he's got a lot of deep background, and if you like sentiment stuff, he's got a lot of good
Yeah, I love
sentiment stuff.
sentiment. I'm not smart enough to do the math at this point. I have
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I don't know if you follow him or
I'm going to start.
not. Okay.
And if for
All right.
anybody that wants to watch those or any of our videos, by the way, if you haven't mentioned for our listener or followers, whatever, Surfs Up went in a new direction. You got a margin call. He hit the bid. So I'm going to be curating a little bit more and more as we go forward. So please comment suggestions. But if you did miss Coach's video or want to watch any of our 1,500 videos, if you will, 6,300 subscribers, please press the red YouTube icon button. Coach gives a video every day leading off the market in a great way. And thank you for doing it. It makes everybody's job easier and makes us trade better. Not going to lie. I'm usually on every day, 3 o'clock power hour as well. So, and by the way, we'll leave it at this. Here's just an example of the guest that Coach brings. Peter Brand, best-selling author, multiple. Jack Schwager, arguably, not, you know what? Not arguably one of the top 10 best authors, if not traders of all time. This is right here. David Hunter, been right through the whole freaking thing. Had him on multiple times. The Market Sniper, the Pivot King. Thanks, Coach. Just an example of these are influencing type people that come not to talk to us, to talk with us. Thank you, Coach.
All right, buddy. All right,
Cheers.
everyone. Have a great night. See you tomorrow to wrap up the week in the BOJ. See you in
Thanks.
the room, Mike. Keep up
Cheers.
the
Thanks, Dave.
great work in the room. Thank you, Jose. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Adios, everyone. See you, buddy.